everybody? It's your girl Verizstyle Shae, and I am here with my new podcast called LifeKap. So, in this podcast, we're going to talk about the alpha and beta male, the Leo Zodiac sign. Yes, that one's first. We're going to talk about relationships and the traits, okay? So, if you guys like this video at the end, please comment, like, subscribe, and share. And just let me know your thoughts on what you want to talk about next in the podcast. All right, guys, let's get into it. So, we're going to start off with the alpha male. And for those who don't know what the alpha male is, the alpha male is someone that's more of a leader, the one that's more dominant, someone that takes charge, someone that likes to be at the top. They want to be the front and center. They want to take charge, okay? They're more like the person you'll look up to, play more of a leadership role in life, in relationships, pretty much in everything that alpha male is or goes through in life revolves around him and his choices and his decisions, okay? Point blank, period, okay? So, the beta male is more of I'll follow behind what you say. I'm more the follower than the leader, okay? So the beta male, he likes to not stand his ground, okay? He's more of that follower, that person that you can tell what to do and they'll do it. They won't give you too much back talk. They won't really question your authority because they pretty much either know that you're right or they like to just avoid that conflict right there. They're not meant for that. They don't want to do that. They rather let you have the show and they'll follow. Okay? So between the alpha and the beta male, a lot of women end up with beta men. A lot. A lot of women end up with the beta male. Okay? I think that a lot of beta men come off as if they were an alpha male. For example, like if a woman is looking for a male and he's like, oh yeah, I can take care of you, or I like to be a leader, I like to take the lead role. And then once they end up in this relationship, you find out that this beta male was acting as an alpha male. How many of you have experienced that? Okay. Sometimes it happens, you know what I mean? They seem macho, they seem really masculine, and then when you end up being with them, they can't really make decisions. So it's like you're automatically taking that leadership role as the woman in some relationships. Now, as far as the beta male, right? Correct. Now, being with an alpha male, he's going to let it be known like, hey, I think this is the best decision because look, we can save this much money, or we can do this, we can do that. Sometimes he'll give you that step where you can make that decision, but most of the time that alpha male wants to be the most dominant one in the relationship. Whether it's family, whether it's friends, it really doesn't matter as long as that alpha male can be that alpha male, okay? And a lot of women think that is so sexy, and then there's a lot of women that don't like that, okay? There are a lot of women that rather have the beta male because the beta male is much easier to deal with in her way. He doesn't step on her toes. She can do whatever. The decision is up to her. A lot of the times she makes those decisions, and even if okay, so this is the issue. A lot of men don't even like to be claimed as being a beta male, but women know when they have a beta male, okay? And sometimes women are attracted to the point where they like having their own way. They don't have to answer to him because it is what she wants, and what it is what it's going to be, period, for her. But sis, you gotta calm down. But hey, if that beta male is letting you do that to him, that's just who he is, and I'm gonna just let you sit back and do your thing because maybe it works for you. And then some alpha relationships don't work as well either. There are some dominant females out here. There are a lot of women that aren't submissive, Okay, so those women are more of their own leader. They're their own leader. They play their own leadership role. They make decisions on their own without any problem. They already have their life pretty much structured out, and they know what they want to do. The ones that are actually in tune with themselves. Now, there are some people that are not in tune with themselves and make irrational decisions as far as being an alpha male or a leadership as a woman as well. So a lot of the times we just have to be careful of letting that ego take so much upon you. You know what I'm saying? Because just by being dominant or you being an alpha does not make you right. It does not make you right, and it does not mean that you're wrong either. But you have to be really, really, really careful on the decisions you make as an alpha male, even a beta male. Because sometimes you beta men can really let these women step over you, and that's how you end up hurt. That's how you end up hurt, okay? And that's how things become so confusing, because you're like, well, I'm a man. Then you finally, years later, you step up to this dominant woman as this beta male, and she's kind of like, yo, who do you think you are? Because she's so used to it. Now, a lot of women like beta men, like I said before, and a lot of women like alpha. Me, I personally like an alpha male because I am kind of dominant myself, so I like somebody that can and actually fill me out, and a lot of women like that too. You got to be able to fill that person out. If she's also a dominant woman and you're a dominant man as alpha, not saying that she's being too dominant, but you guys have to work that out. Whichever way it goes, you have to work that out. At least have some type of compromise thing going on where you can allow him to be dominant in his own way. And for you as, a dominant woman to also have your leadership roles in some way as well. But as we know, the man is the natural born leader. And yes, he is the natural born hunter. So we have to let him do his part as well. Moving along. So the zodiac sign we're going to talk about today is the Leo. Okay, we're going to talk about the Leo woman and who she is as a woman. So the Leo woman is really, really, really like fun. She's exciting. She's energetic. She steps in a room. It's just... there she goes. Okay. She's very, very smart. She likes to really pay attention to her scene. And what I mean by that is she likes to observe every single thing. I don't care if it's a pencil that dropped on the floor. She wants to know, like, wow, how that happened. Not too much into detail like that, but she really is very observant. She loves to figure it out. It's like a puzzle game. Okay. Now, Leo women love mental stimulation. So for her, it has to be very good for her, not in a way where you're mentally stimulating her in a game way where you're messing with her mind mentally. What I mean is when you're teaching her something, teaching her something new that's educational, something that she can really take in life and use in her everyday life, So the Leo woman is very, very smart. That's why she loves to observe things, because she likes to learn things. And that's kind of like a mental stimulation for her as that Leo woman. Okay. And there are things that this zodiac sign can do better with. Overthinking can be a problem. Insecurity can be a problem. This sign can become very insecure in their passion. They like to not necessarily... let me say that they do question themselves a lot on so many decisions that they want to make, because a Leo woman has so many traits, so many things that she can do, so many things. She can cook, she can clean. She can make things out of nothing. She's very good leader at leadership roles. She can be above her own business. She can be a true boss woman. And a lot of the problem is Leos have so much things they want to do. It's hard for them to just pick one thing to stick to at that moment. Not saying that this Leo woman doesn't have herself figured out, because she does. It's her being more of a being more disciplined in her life. Okay, so this woman has to be more disciplined, and this woman will succeed. Okay, so that's another thing about the zodiac sign. All right, guys. Now, with the Leo men, I'm not a man, so I can't really say how men think, but these are some traits of this Leo man. He is very, very, very flirtatious. Okay, you guys. He's more of like an alpha male. He's more of an alpha male, and as well as a Leo woman, she can be dominant as well too. But this Leo guy, he's very dominant. He's very like macho, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's that guy. He wants to look good, clean cut. He's very smart, you know. He makes wise decisions. He's somewhat just like a Leo woman, but he's just wants to be more in the spotlight, but he also wants to be on his A game as well. And he wants someone that is beautiful, someone that he can flaunt around, someone that he can, you know, also say, this is my girl, she's smart and she's pretty, and I can take her around and she can vibe with me without me feeling ashamed to do what I want to do. She has to be that pusher with me. She has to be on that level with me. When she steps in the scene, we both step in the scene. We look good together. That's how Leo men think. They want you to be like, dang, y'all look good together, okay? Because that's what he's based off of. They're good at catering. They like to be the alpha male that he is. So he likes to dominate. He likes to be in charge. He wants to pay your bills. He wants to take care of you. He wants to make sure that you feel comfortable with who you are as well as who he is. And you can really bruise this Leo man by telling him and showing him less than what he's showing you. And that's a fact. Okay. Same with the Leo woman. She wants to be sure of you as well. Okay, so these signs, of course, just because it's a male and a female does not mean they don't have the same possible traits. Now, that's just the surface. Okay, we'll get more in tune with it, with that sign in other videos. Okay, but anyway, now you guys, relationships. It is kind of crazy how, you know, speaking of like astrology, for example, and how people operate, or just the way they're born, they're raised, I'm sorry. Zodiacs can play a really big part in relationships on who you should be with, whether it's a fire sign, water sign, air sign, earth, whatever sign it is, and how compatible y'all possibly could be. Very, very interesting. And on the next podcast, I will be bringing y'all some information that I've researched about some things, because it's very interesting how the universe all works together with us in relationships with our family, with our friends, with our co-workers, and everything like that, depending on who you are. Okay, and it's very, very important that we tap into our minds and we educate ourselves on things around us each and every day, and not just get blinded by the surface, but dig deep into our brains and to figure out who we are as people. Okay, because I think if once we allow ourselves to look through other people's point of view, that things will go a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of hard when you just look at life from your point of view, like, oh, girl, that don't look cute. Why you got that on? But she might like that style. She might be that type of person that has a calm spirit about her, that she likes to just wear turtlenecks and jogging pants. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you might not be that type of fashion where she looks more conservative and you look more slutty. I mean, it's just based on you. You might like to look bright and glamorous and wear all the bright colors on the rainbow, and she might just like to wear dark colors. And it's all based on your mood. It's all based on who you are as an individual. Me personally, I love bright colors. Okay, I love bright things. I love life. I love fun. Okay, and then there's people in life that don't like that much of a brightness to them. They like to be more calm and more relaxed and not have too much attention drawn to them, because that's who they are, guys. That's just who they are. And we have to let people and allow people to just be who they are without fussing or fighting with people about who they are. Okay? And we have to learn not to automatically think that people think like us. You are your own individual person, and that person is their own individual person. So you have to learn how to work together in two different worlds, because it's two different worlds going on. Okay, it's lovely, it's magnificent, but you have to try to figure it out. You have to try to understand, why is this important to me? Why is this important to that person? What could I do to make their life feel more pleasing just as well as mine? Because it's not always about you. Your duty on earth is not to just be about you, but to be about everyone, including you and your spirituality. Okay. So we had to understand this world works together, people. And we got to learn how to love our relationships, even with family, even when you have like somebody in your family that you really just don't agree with, sometimes people are not compatible at all. So sometimes we just have to learn how to separate ourselves from certain people in our lives. And it's okay, because some people can't fit you. Some people can't they cancel each other out. Okay, you guys are canceling each other out, and sometimes it happens, but you had to figure out a way to strategize your life. If that person is in your life, like a mother or a father that's really, really bad in your life, you just have to figure out how you can separate it. Okay? How can you separate it? Even if you want a relationship, how can you build it? Okay? Look through their eyes as well as you're looking through your eyes, because you guys see like two different ways. Okay? Pray about it. And ask the universe, ask the heavens above to guide you. Because that's all we really need, people. We need guidance, okay? That's why we're here. That's why we're talking about it, all right? LifeKap, that's why we're talking. We got to understand it. And it's hard because we're human. And all we want to do is do better. Okay? That's all we want to do, people. That's all we want to do. But I appreciate you guys listening to my short podcast today, and I will be bringing more and more and more content. Hey, DM me, write me, subscribe, whatever you like to do. And I just thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. All right, peace, shalom.